Welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. And thanks to each and every one of you who keep watching every Sunday when we upload a new episode. Actually, this is our very first episode in the year 2025. I'm super excited to be back here with you all. Like, yay! We made it! And we're waxing stronger this year, 2025. So let's go right into the topic of the day. Now, this is the episode where I say the topic is As E Dey Hot. In fact, we are going to be looking at the outlook of real estate market in 2025. So let's say a part A and other matter arising. But before we go right into the conversation, first of all, I want to welcome you that you are joining us for the very first time. Welcome to the family. You are the real MVP, and we are excited to have you here with us today. And I am excited to have you here with me today. I want to say to you who is here to subscribe to this channel, what are you waiting for? You know that you're getting value on this channel, right? So give back to us by subscribing. Use it to encouraging us by turning on your notification button. Trust me, you're going to be among the very first set of people who get to be notified about any video that we upload on this YouTube channel. And that way, you'll be getting first-hand information. And this, of course, is a channel that is value-packed, information packed. If you're very first time of coming across this channel, you should get ready to get so much value than you bargain for. So we have a ritual on this channel and we're just going to quickly observe it. Let me tell you, please ensure the way you are right now, you are comfortable and you grab yourself, a glass of wine, a glass of water, maybe juice, or maybe you're like me, grab yourself a cup of tea, green tea, beverage, whatever one rocks your boat, even if it is coffee. Let's what? Let's have this conversation on today's episode, shall we? I am right here with my own cup of green tea, as usual. Cheers to my green tea people. Yeah. So let's go. All right, now that we have observed our ritual, let's go into the topic of the day. Now, we're going to kickstart this episode, this very first one this year, with the very exciting news that we found on the internet. So, Business Day, yes. If you're very familiar with the dailies in Nigeria, you will know that Business Day is one of the very prominent and known one to talk about stuff. And this is not only limited to Business Day. It's not only Business Day that brought out this information. So what is the headline? It is real estate overtakes oil and gas as Nigerians' third largest sector. Do you not like that news? I mean, like here, I love it. I love this news. I mean, when I first read this, I was like, oh my God, how did we get here? How did real estate tops? How did real estate overtake oil and gas? Well, of course, that answer has a why and a very long tail that we do not want to get into this episode. So moving on, that is the news that is on the internet right now. It's not just on the internet, it's the news that is topping the market trend right now. And that now brings me to answer the question of those of you who say, oh, what's up? What's the outlook of real estate in 2025? How are we doing? Is real estate market good? Yes, the real estate market thrive, even amidst the whole, issues, the old turbulence, the old challenges that rocked the boat in 2024, we still did good. Yes, real estate still did good. And you are aware that real estate is Nigerians' third sector. Now, let me read further. It says the numbers from the ongoing gross domestic product, which is the GDP, and consumers price index, CPI. Finance people, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, rebalancing shows that real estate has displaced oil and gas as the third largest sector, right? Now you wonder which sector is number one and which one is number two. I'm going to tell you briefly. Real estate is behind crop production and trade, which are now Nigeria's biggest and second biggest sector, respectively. So the number one sector, number one, right now is crop production. Number two is trade. So trade and commerce and all of that, where the banking and finance and all of those come in. And then, ladies and gentlemen, real estate. You see, I'm going to stop the reading from here. I mean, you can see the display by right. So you can go to business day and all of the dailies. You're going to catch the full details there. I'm just giving you on highlights, right? So let me talk about the crop production. If you ask me, agriculture, in a way, is also under real estate. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? Are you guys getting what I'm talking about? Agriculture, for us in 2024, in Nigeria 24/7, we try to push agriculture very well. We encourage some of you to invest in agriculture. We introduced to you some farmland, and we still have many more coming on board on our listing. And of course, people who are bought into Bounty Harvest, for instance, they are getting ready to start investing already. This year is the year where those who invested in Bounty Harvest will start to, go into farming and getting harvest. And I'm going to be giving you guys as much details as I can, like I promised, even myself included. So back to crop production being the number one sector that is giving Nigeria income, that is adding value to us as a nation. As far as I'm concerned, I still class it under real estate because that's another part of real estate. Because you can't even have crop production without real estate. What is crop production? What is agriculture without real estate? Without land? Ile. Please, what's this land called in Igbo? I need to find out that. Without land, there's no real estate. Now, this now brings me to our next conversation. I want you to truly sit down. I know you have done your beautiful yearly goals. You've done your New Year resolution. Please, ensure that you have real estate take a large chunk of your year goals, your 2025 goal. 2025 happens to be a remarkable year where so many people will be entering into another decade. I'm one of them. Yes, I'm entering into a new decade. So if you're entering into a new decade, far more reason you should be more intentional about investing in real estate. So you already know that the real estate market is doing well. Now, I said that we had challenges. We still have some challenges that we are facing, but the market is obviously thriving. So we had, and there are still challenges, right? I mean, the whole economic uncertainty had created high inflation rate and all of that, and that's still happening. But we're hoping that the market remains stable as it is, so that it can encourage more people to own real estate and all of that. And of course, you need to watch out for the growing demands. Yes, the market trend for 2025 that I've been able to observe based on my research is that there are going to be growing demands. Will grow a lot more in places like Lagos, in places like Abuja. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly talk about the key trends to watch out for this 2025. there's still going to be a growing demand for luxury apartments. Yes, luxury apartments, mini luxury, court luxury, there's still going to be demand for it. And in places like Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, the demand, we're going to see high demand. And this is based on my research. All right. There's going to be high demand in these places. So, meaning, if you're saying you don't want to invest anymore in Lagos, you should still be investing in Lagos. If you are not looking into investing in Abuja, now is the time. In fact, let me just say it now. We have launched the first Abuja, right? We have introduced rather the first Abuja, selling on pre-launch, City View. There's going to be more. You guys should get ready. We're going to be going into Abuja market the more this year. Now, of course, the luxury part, but it's not so much of the luxury part for us in Abuja, more of the growing part of Abuja. You're going to be seeing more listing of Abuja in our portfolio, in land and in houses. So get ready. If you are interested in Abuja, if you're not even interested in Abuja, you should be getting interested now. You should be looking into the Abuja markets because there's going to be growing demands in this location. And this is based on research. Okay. Let me quickly read this to you guys that we're expected to experience. Let me quickly read this to you guys. Let me just read it out to you guys before we dissect it, right? So we're expected to experience significant growth in 2025. I've said that, and this is going to be driven by economic expansion, urbanization, of course, increase in demand for housing. You see, the one that interests me is the rental properties. There's going to be high demand for rental properties in this 2025. And of course, this high demand in rental properties includes residential and commercial. So commercial means that if you want to buy a commercial property now, you're good to go. You will make your money. You want to buy a shopping mall, you make your money. You want to buy a shop and put it out for rent, you make your money. You want to buy a commercial land and leave it for 2 years to start building it, you make your money. Or you want to buy it and start building now, you will still make your money, right? And of course, these are the things that will dominate this market in 2020, 2025. Now, why is this going to dominate the market? This is due to, of course, persistent adverse microeconomic condition. That's what's been predicted, that it is due to diverse microeconomic condition and rising unemployment level. I don't know how that is supposed to help us, that word, but this is when I was doing my research. And then, researching the trends for 2025 for real estate, the outlook, and all of that. I'm still doing the research, but this is the one I say I should just talk to you guys about. That, hey, real estate is the third sector contributing to the GDP of Nigeria and, of course, the CPI. So it is good for you to have the plan to own more of real estate, as far as I'm concerned. And then this is in different categories: the residential category, the commercial category, and also the deciding if you want to buy a house or you want to buy a land for investment. Of course, you can look at the one you want to build and live in, but mostly looking at investment. This is why I'm saying ensure that you have it in plan. So plan mean, as you have created your budget for your day-to-day need, you have created budget for different aspects of your life, add real estate investment to it, add investment to it. I know that there are other investments, there's government bonds, there's shares. Some people still buy shares, right? Some people still go into bond, there's money market where you put your money and then you get return on it and all of that. Some of us do all of these things and they does help, like the money market. When you put your money in money market, I'm also detailed into it, but I'm talking from what I do. You put your money in money market, you get a certain percentage annually, and then you can use it as a means of saving. So rather than putting it in your account and then you spend the money, so you put it there. When it gets a certain amount of money, you use it to, bring it out and then pay for a property and all of that. So let's look at this part of rental value. So yeah, over the week, I was with a client of mine who bought property from me, who owns quite a big portfolio from me. And then we're looking at the property around VGC houses, which he has bought. And then was talking about rental value and all of that. And then it shocks me to know that a 3-bedroom terrace, a 4-bedroom terrace is now 7 million naira. It used to be 6 actually around 2 months ago. The ones I rented out for someone was 6 million. Now it's now 7 million. And guess what? It is still going to increase. In fact, all of the conversations I've had with friends, family, colleagues, people is how rent has gone up in January. Between December and January, this January, especially in December, many landlords sent out price increase, rental increase. And we're beginning to see the surge in it. So surge means that there's a surge actually where there's too many demand for houses to be rented, and then there's very little houses. So no matter how many houses we think that we have on off plan, we have this, it's just amazing to know that it's not even enough. It's not going to meet up with the need of people. And you know what they say about demand and supply. So all of this information is what I said, okay, I should come and tell you and say, oh, get up and ensure that you put your resources together as you're making the money, you're putting things, certain percentage across to owning real estate. Yeah, you probably have bought one or two in the year 2024, and then you're like, oh, this 2025, I'm going to chillax. Now the market is doing so well. So you should be part of it and be enjoying the dividends from it. Now, I would also add, real estate investment journey is not, first of all, for the weak. Secondly, it is not for someone who is only interested for short term. It can't be done on a short term basis. It has to be on a long term. So you have to be patient. You have to be ready to go into it for the long haul. I mean, this property we're talking about renting in VGC right now, I've been by VGC, Aris Drive. They bought it in 2021, maybe 2020. They keyed into it as off-plan project and just took delivery of it and just renting it out. Some took delivery last year and just renting it out. And then some are taking delivery. So you know how these things are. So it's not everyone who can buy into a finished house. So if you have the access to buy into a finished house and then start earning rental income or start doing Airbnb or whatever it is you want to use it for, the most important thing is that you have to have patience. You have to also be realistic with your goals. So as much as I'm coming here to tell you to set your real estate goals, have a goal, we can discuss it. You can call me and we can draw a map. We can draw it together and see which you should be looking at. I've mentioned places you should be looking at. Lagos is still where you should be looking at right now. As much as you can, you still need to invest in certain places. In Lagos, Abuja is another place you should be looking at. Just get ready to be seeing me in Abuja more frequently this year. I'm going to be in and out of Abuja back to back because we have offers coming in Abuja. But wait, if you're yet to buy into City View, this is the time to buy into it. It's still on pre-launch. You can buy the acre deal. You can buy the hectare deal. I'm loving this bulk buying. This bulk purchase. There's another very nice angle to it. So, lastly, before I go, please be realistic with your budgets, with your plans when it comes to investing in real estate. You see, I told you to have a plan. Now I'm telling you to be realistic with it. What do I mean? So you see people have conversations with me like, oh, City View, I'm going to take City View because City View is the latest, newest property on our listing and the most cheapest right now. You see people say, oh, this is your commercial plot or this is your 4 million per plot. I want to buy it. I hope I can start building immediately. And then when you tell them realistically, you can't start building immediately. You can start building maybe in the next couple of months, maybe towards the end of the year. And this is because the estate needs to put some infrastructure in place. They need to clear the road. They need to put the fencing there, put the gatehouse, map out, tidy up the layout and all of those things, because it's still selling on pre-launch. And when all of those is done, they will now give you allocation. So you see that you need time. And also you that you're buying, you then of course need time to plan and all of that. And then looking at the environment as well. It's not a place you can build now. Not the topology of the land. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the situation. But it's a place where it has really, really massive potential. It's not a place where you are looking at 5 years down the line. No. 5 years, you can live it for 5 years. Nobody's saying that. I'm saying it's not a place that will not, 1 kilometer away from this place has people living there. Don't worry. For those of you who are bought, I've told you guys that I'm going to be there and show you guys. But then when I'm going to be there, the pre-launch price might be over and you don't want to miss out. And it's also a sea of water. So if you're buying this kind of land, you now expect that you're buying a land that is less than 10 million naira, or you're buying a land that is less than 20 million naira, and you want it to be in a place like Lekki Phase 1, or a place like Osokpa London, or a place like Aja. Come on, like we like to say. You need to be realistic, right? Another situation is somebody will say, oh, I want to buy a house, a two-bedroom apartment, a two-bedroom terrace, a three-bedroom terrace, somewhere around 40 million, 50 million naira, and I want it to be close to everything, activity. I want it to be around Chevron or around VGC. Come on, be realistic. You want to buy, see, in this age and time, you want to buy an apartment, 40 million naira in Lagos. In Lagos. I'm sorry, you have to be looking at Bejuleki apart. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. So be realistic. And be careful, because if you're not realistic in terms of your budget, that's why you should be having free consultation with me. Oh, I have this kind of amount. Where will it get me? And be open-minded to up your budget. You know, some people are very strict with their budget. They come and say, oh, this is my budget for the house. Nothing less, nothing more. And when you tell them where they can get, the kind of places they can get with that budget, they get disappointed. Some get angry, and I'm like, okay, it's not our fault. It's just what it is. So, but when you're realistic, when you're open-minded, when you ask questions, do research, do free consultation with me, you then know what the market value is. And then you don't get to fall into some errands. So some people tell me, oh, really? But I see somewhere that I can get 40 million naira, two-bedroom apartment in Aja. I'll be like, okay, offline, yes. Okay, be careful. Because you see that you're 40 million, they'll collect it from you. If you're not careful, I'm not saying all cases are like that, but you just have to be careful. That's what I'm saying. Be careful out there so that if you are unrealistic, you don't fall into hands. You don't get your 40 million into someone who told you he's going to keep it in Aja. And then you know that the going rate in Aja is not that rate. But because you're officiated on that your budget, your mind will not be drawn, yeah. Your money will not be drawn for 10 years. House will not be lived. Okay, let me be serious now. I promise that in 2025, I was going to be a serious person. Yes, let's be serious. Now I'm serious. This is the serious business. Anyways, you get the drift, you get the gist. This year, 2025, we have to be very serious. Did I say serious again? Benny, we're going to be serious and realistic. We're going to be serious with real estate investment, but we're going to be more realistic with our. Hey, realistic Ah, and to say that I understand Yoruba very well. Ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí o. Realistic. Ẹ ṣáà jẹ́ ká. I need to go for a Yoruba class. Somebody tell me. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá àtàtà, what's realistic? It's not coming. Oh my God. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's on the lighter note. If you're not Yoruba, sorry about that. Thank you for watching. Tell me what you think about the Nigerian real estate market, these trends that I've come to talk to you about. What do you think? What are your plans? What are your goals for your real estate investments in Nigeria? Of course, these locations I mentioned are not limited. Trust me, we're going to be bombarding Ogun State as well. We're going to be looking at other states aside Lagos this year, 2025. You know, I believe in diversifying your investment. So yes, we're going to be looking at other states, of course, and we're going to be bringing you very good offers, very good deals that has potential. It's not just about going to other states. Is those other states, do those other states, do they have the potential for you to get return on your investment, at least within the most possible shortest time? Even though the real estate is always on a long haul, but at least let's not be 20 years, let's not be 15 years, let's be the shortest possible timeline. So please sit back with us this year 2025. Get ready to go on a very beautiful ride with us, because we're bringing more information for you guys. We're going to be bringing more value for you. Remember, our promise to you all is to be your eyes, your ears around this. Now, remember that our promise to you is to always be your eyes and your ears. We're going to always bring the informations of so many places, things that are useful to you as a real estate investor, especially for you based in Dubai, based in Canada, based in Europe, you're based in the UK, you're based in US, you're based in Asia country, anywhere in the world that you are, in Australia, yeah, my people in Australia, wherever you are in the world, we are, wherever you are in the world, we are here to help you ensure that when you're investing right and you're making the best information, and that when you are investing, you're investing right and with all of the information that makes that property decision right. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for doing this with me. And I'm excited for this year. I pray that this is going to be the best year yet for you and your. Please enjoy the rest of your weekend. I wish you the best week ahead. My name remains Goodness Usman, the Queen of Landlord Maker, and of course, your host on the show, Tea Talk with Goodness Usman. I'm going to see you on the next episode or in our next video. Do not forget to reach out to me for all of your real estate needs. If you're buying any property in our listing, please do so now. Or maybe the ones that are not listed on our listing here, reach out to us as well, and we can guide you through the entire process. We don't want you for stress, right? Don't any stress coming to you whatsoever while you're investing in this market. And that's why we are your go-to realtor. I'll see you in the next episode, or when you give me a call. We should be in some minutes time. Please ensure that you remain safe, because your safety is very important to me and my team, and remain awesome just the way you are. So I say to you, oh,